What just happened? Kevin Durant is a Houston Rocket in exchange for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, a first-round pick in this year's draft, and 5 second-round picks, all going back to the Phoenix Suns in exchange for a top 10 player in the NBA when healthy. The Rockets not only won this trade by a landslide, I think they are now a finals favorite to come out of the Western Conference. If you all did not know, the Houston Rockets are one of the best teams in the Western Conference this year. They had a top record, right? As we all know. They didn't have to play in the play-in without Kevin Durant. They lose a player that I think actually was hurting them in Jalen Green. Jalen Green, I think, is a player that in perception, people think is a really good player. But if you actually watch basketball, which most people seem not to do anymore, people want to talk about basketball but not watch basketball. If you watch Houston Rockets, he is not a catalyst in them succeeding or doing well. He was a horrible player in throughout their playoff run. He was not even in the top 5 most important players to me on this roster. So you add Kevin Durant, you take away a terrorist in Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green in a playoff setting, and you add one of the greatest scorers, if not the greatest scorer in NBA history, to a team with Amen Thompson and Tari Eason, the Terror Twins, on defense on it. So you have a lot of defense, you have a lot of length. They re-signed Steven Adams, they have size. You add the greatest scorer. This team now has the offensive output with a Kevin Durant and the defensive fortitude to hold their own. We see the Oklahoma City Thunder in the NBA Finals this year, not because their offense has been elite throughout their playoff run, but because how good their defense has been. So this team has elite defense. They have one of the top 10 best coaches in the NBA, in my opinion, Ime Udoka, and now they have Kevin Durant. And on the Phoenix Suns side, you get no assets back. Jalen Green is not a good asset. That contract was literally signed to be traded for Kevin Durant. If you know, you know. Everyone's been following the Jalen Green saga. Dylan Brooks, again, is not an asset. He's an older player. Like, he's a role player. You're not getting anything back for that. You get a 10th pick in this draft, but what is that player? That's not a real championship, probably caliber player is going to be there at number 10. So I don't get it from the Phoenix Suns. The assets to me just weren't there. And 5 second-round picks in the NIL era, it might as well just be G League players because none of the top older players are coming out anymore because they need to make more money from NIL. So the Phoenix Suns, I'm going to have to give this trade a D, while the Houston Rockets is an A++. And some people think that they know sports, but Ron knows sports.